The current situation around banning TikTok in the US or selling the US version to Microsoft has led to many security researchers investigating the potential national security threat this app poses.
Ordinarily, when companies expand abroad, it's not a big deal, and in fact, it's very good. And it's especially not a cause for concern when they sell products to kids.
This is not necessarily new. Western tech companies have purchased Chinese tech companies in the past. However, what is new is the geopolitical context in which this takes place. For the Trump administration, this is seen as a policy measure that is necessary to protect national security, given all sorts of cybersecurity concerns over TikTok.
Some researchers claim that the app seems to collect an unwarranted amount of data on users, including data around devices, location, Wi-Fi router names, memory usage on the user device, and the IMEI number of the device. Although TikTok is certainly not the only app to do this, its data collection is quite intrusive. It is also unclear why it needs to collect this data. Researchers also found that the app deploys insecure encryption methods and contains other security vulnerabilities.
In this case, it looks like TikTok will find a new buyer, which is Microsoft, most likely. And that is the reverse situation from what we've had in many other cases where Chinese companies have bought up Western companies in order to gain a foothold in those countries or to gain access to their expert knowledge, expert technologies.
For China, this is very much another chapter of the geopolitical and geoeconomic competition and rising tensions that exist between the United States and China. For China, this is the United States trying to limit the reach and limit the global market share and influence of Chinese tech champions.
Leaving aside the question of whether or not TikTok is a national security threat, we have to ask ourselves whether or not the app will be safer to use under the ownership of Microsoft. The answer is not that clear-cut. The issue here is not who owns the app or the national origin. It is about insecure apps being allowed onto app stores in the first place. App stores need to be much more stringent in vetting the apps, and governments need to be bold in ensuring that app stores comply with minimum standards. User security needs to be prioritised regardless of app origin or ownership. An overwhelming focus on one app, one company, and one state, while perhaps understandable, masks a much broader set of issues to do with cybersecurity and data privacy.